All right, I'm going to give you a quick tour of our studio here and show you kind of how we do things, how we use the equipment, how we set it up. As you can see, it's pretty much just our dining room. It's really not that big a deal, but we try and make it seem bigger when we split it up into two different shooting scenes. If you're a Doctor Who fan, we're bigger on the inside. So we do Studio 1 and Studio 2 and use 3 cameras and 2 mics for our setup. And let me show you how we do that. All right, so here's our camera number 1. So camera 1 is just sitting on one of the little tabletop tripods, and I've got it hooked up to a power bar so that we never run out of juice when we're, broadcasting for an hour or so. And it's a straight-on shot, and it's for when I'm sitting here behind the desk. So this is usually our opening shot, and we'll frame it so that this camera's not out and everything, but pretty much right here, straight-on shot. With a 1-camera setup, and then I use a shotgun mic for my audio, which goes right into our soundboard. And that's pretty much it. This is our Studio 1 shot. Now Studio 2, over here, you'll see I've got 2 cameras. So we have camera 2 and camera 3. Camera 2 is our side shot, camera 3 is our straight shot. And so we can go back and forth between these 2 angles, and that's what helps keeps things moving along, keeps it more interesting. So when I'm done at Studio 1, I'll come over here, and Miranda, my wife, will be here, and she'll be sitting in this chair. I'll be sitting in this chair. And then we have this camera to look at, and we have that camera coming back and forth. And if we're not using that first camera, sometimes Aspen will turn it and we'll have actually 3 different angles, a straight, an angle, and an extreme side shot. And that makes things even more interesting because you want to change angles about every 30-45 seconds, and it just keeps things moving along. And for this one, we use a shotgun mic as well. And this is connected into the soundboard, and that's our 2 audio sources. The last thing I want to show you is our lighting. And lighting makes a big difference if you can do it. I can show you how we do it for really, really cheap. I just use clamp lights that you can get at any hardware store. They're about $10. And you'll see over here, this one, that's one clamp light I use for the straight shot when I'm behind the desk. Over here, we use 3-point lighting. So I've got one up here, I've got one over here, and then I've got 2 back here for my halo or backlighting. And it's 4 lights that come in, and you can see one I gave a little color to and a red gel. The rest, they have a little piece of cloth on them. It's just scrap chiffon material that I got next to nothing at Hobby Lobby. And then I just secure them on with normal everyday clothespins. And again, I probably have $12 invested in each one of these lights. And we've got really good creative lighting. Good lighting, 1, makes you visible, but 2, it really makes it more sculpted and molded so you pop out in 3D. It just makes you look a whole lot better, especially if you can get some backlight on your shoulders and the top of your head. So that's pretty much how we do it here. And let me show you now how we do our sound.